Yayo, 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 ho ho, set sail for Fun Piece. It's the name of the podcast with Matt and Mike. Yayo, yayo, set sail for Fun Piece.
Tasting the blood. Oh, what flavor?
Blood orange. Sorry. Aranciata rosa.
Was that? Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Fun Piece podcast. My name is Matt.
My name is Mike. I'm so tired.
So tired, folks. We've also got another the special guest here from last week.
He never left. It's been one whole week. He's still here.
That's true. I've been living on this couch for 7 days.
It's Sebastian.
Yes, I'm back for all of my One Piece knowledge.
Continuing the extra virginal tour, we have Sebastian here, who has now seen 6 total episodes of One Piece.
It's true. We should call it the olive oil tour because it's extra virginal.
Also, the historian's here.
We're all so tired.
I'm dying.
The historian had 4 cans of ginger ale.
And potentially too many peeps.
And too many ghost peeps.
For you, it's been a week since you last talked to us.
For us,
it's been an hour.
It's been an hour.
It's been a Helmeppo, Koby-filled hour. I can't promise there's going to be high energy, but there's going to be a darkness that comes through.
Darkness. Hey, Mike, can you cover your ears for a second? I feel like, hey everybody, it's Matt. I feel like Mike's going to be really aggressive during this podcast and with a lot of anger. I'm feeling a lot of hopeful and wonderful energy about Koby and Helmeppo trying to achieve their dreams. And I'm ready to fight Michael.
Okay. I mean, I might agree with some of Mike's opinions.
Are you done?
Yeah, I'm done.
You done? I actually didn't hear any of that.
You might agree with some of Mike's opinions?
Yeah, I don't know what they are yet, but I'm going to wait to hear them, and then I might agree with them. I might not. I mean, I'm not taking a strong stance.
You know what my notes for episode 69, nice.
68, 69?
For just 69, my notes for 69 were I forgot to take notes.
That's fair. I took a lot of.
Took a lot of notes.
I probably took like way more notes than like this.
We met
these
Garth.
2 episodes warranted.
I mean, you're a Koby.
Are the notes
You're
longer?
a mark for Koby,
Huh?
Are the notes longer than the dialogue of the episodes?
Maybe.
Is Koby your Mary?
No. I like Koby, but I'm not like, oh, Koby's so fucking cool. Oh my god, he's the greatest, most sweetest, wonderful person in the whole world.
Just for listeners that for listeners out there who are wondering what Sebastian might look like, I have the same glasses as Koby.
Yeah.
So we do have that connection.
And
If only I had the chin of Helmeppo.
If only we all did. What? Why do you keep looking at me like that?
No, do the fucking episode, man.
Mike's really mad. Mary's great. I'm just being a jerk.
Somebody clip that.
I don't think there's clipping on podcasts.
Well, I didn't know that, Matt. You just told me.
Episode 68. Luffy ate the bait. Gross.
Mine was, I think Koby and Helmeppo are romantically involved.
Oh, for sure. I feel like Koby and Helmeppo are going to be lovers.
Yeah.
If not already are lovers.
Do you? How old is Helmeppo?
I think Helmeppo's like...
I think he's 47 years old.
I was going to say 16.
I was going to say, I think Helmeppo is 19 years old and Koby is 15. Historian.
Helmeppo.
I'm researching.
Okay.
Helmeppo's a pedophile.
Helmeppo.
She's all peeped up.
Before we jump over to Helmeppo and Koby, we're on the Straw Hat. We're on the Going Merry. we're on the Going Merry. Luffy ate all their fish bait, so they can't go fishing. They want to use Karoo the duck as bait. They chase Karoo around the ship. Princess Vivi's there.
Why did you?
And she's like, wow, for someone with 30 million berries as their bounty, he's not that scary.
Okay, their
We're
friendship
more thorough
is
than we were for the actual episodes.
Wait, you know what's crazy though? Can you imagine if you were going to use worms as bait,
Yep.
and then you ran out of worms, and then you used like a car-sized duck as a replacement?
You saw these people, right? It's just a group of
But like, what's their fishing equipment like? How would you
I
even
think
hook
they
a
probably
worm?
just lower Luffy into the water and hold him by the ankles. Do you remember that time you ran a D&D campaign for us and you did a fishing mini game?
Yeah,
I was
and
bait.
they just all dove in the water.
That's what they do.
Historian, what are the ages?
so Koby is 16.
It's off by one. Nice.
Helmeppo is a rough-looking 20.
It was the right increment if they were a year older from what I said.
Yeah,
It was
that's
correct.
true. Yeah, you were
Nailed it.
They were at some point 19 and 15.
Yeah, at this point they're in their mid-30s or 40s.
Nailed it.
God, what is Helmeppo gonna look like in 10 years?
He's gonna look exactly the same.
We'll let it be known from the start of the series to where it currently is. Technically, only 3 years have passed in universe.
Oh my god.
And how much happens?
It's so much.
Oh my god.
So if there's a character in this series that's going to die from old age, they will outlive us.
Oh,
This series is gonna outlive us.
probably.
Yeah.
No. I can't die before One Piece ends.
Has
Can you imagine
Oda
being like 90 years old and saying the same thing?
the one of the co-creators of Judge Dredd, the comic book character, has said, "Before I die, I'm going to kill Judge Dredd, me." Like he's going to in comics kill that character before he dies. Do you think Oda said the same thing about Luffy?
Like he's gonna write himself Oda into the show.
Oda's like, before I die, I'm gonna kill Luffy.
Maybe.
I'm gonna murder.
You should
his
ask
child.
him. You should ask Oda on the internet.
If anybody has Oda's phone number,
Does Oda have a Twitter or something?
Just send an email to oda@gmail.com.
Oda. You should try to get Oda@gmail.com. That's probably available, right? So Kobe's dreaming about being a fucking sub-lieutenant in the Marines. He is not actually that. He wakes up from his dream and smashes his face into Helmeppo's dick. That's what happens. Kobe and Helmeppo are chore boys in the Marines. And then, like, they're like getting yelled at by other Marines, and then Kobe's like, all right, sounds good. I'll do exactly what you told me to do. And then the Marines get all weirded out that he is going to do his job. Like they all like make a face like, oh, okay, weird. And then they walk away. That was weird.
I have a weird translation thing to bring up.
Okay.
So, Nami
Yes.
has a tank top that just says mode on it.
Yes.
I imagine that was not like translated. It was just like
says mode.
have you ever seen like pictures of poorly translate like English text Japanese T-shirts?
But so the Marines have very clearly say Marine on them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But then
But in like the Japanese one, they still say Marine on their head.
right, and then in like Helmeppo's dad, the guy with the axe hand,
You know,
axe hand,
Axe hand working.
his chin
Captain
says
Morgan.
something like his chin says like meow.
it's Moe. I looked this up when
There's like
we
a,
first
is
saw
it the
him.
Unlao over the O?
Do you think that he had the same butt chin as Helmeppo and then covered it with his?
I think that's probably why he
Iron
removed his
jaw.
jaw.
What if I think he had the same butt chin and then he cut it off and
Oh my
put
God.
put the metal jaw on
Yeah, so
and then also cut his hand off and gave himself an axe.
Well, hopefully he did that first, because then he would have the axe to cut his jaw off.
Yeah.
you took some you know some German, right? How would you pronounce? It's
probably just a shaving accident.
right?
It'd be like, oh, because it's an umlaut.
It's a German word.
So it'd
on
be like
his
Möwe.
move.
Yeah, 'cause the
it's the
W
German
is a
word for
V.
seagull.
But the W is to be a V.
Yeah, so move.
Move. Move.
It's German for seagull, according to a wiki that I'm not going to open because I know if I open it, I'm going to see how I die.
Maybe it was a shaving accident. Like he had his axe hand and he was shaving his chin, and then he went to get like in between the butt of the chin and just like.
Matt, will you cover your ears real quick?
Yeah, sure.
I just don't want you to hear this. It's inappropriate. Do you think Captain Morgan ever like forgets if he's having intimate self-love time? Matt, are you listening?
No.
Okay. That he has a.
He's laughing at something else.
I was thinking about something funny. It's fine.
That he forgets.
Oh fuck! There's a DJ duo called Möwe.
That he forgets that his right hand is an axe, and sometimes he cuts it.
I mean, I feel like that's an accident you could only make happen once.
Maybe he accidentally gave himself.
Oh, what, Matt? What did he get? What did he accidentally? Did he cut his vast what is it? The fuck ever that thing is called? Do you think he accidentally male birth controlled himself?
He gave himself a vasectomy.
Hey guys. You're on Fun Piece, we support.
This is
Birth
also a filler episode of the podcast.
Dude, every episode is a filler episode of the podcast. I have to listen to the other One Piece podcasts because I bet they're all like professional and know what's happening in the show and pay attention.
Like, if you're gonna have a show where you make a person's face look like a butt, we're gonna talk about it.
We're gonna talk about
And
it.
somehow that's gonna lead to vasectomies.
Sorry.
It's fine. I went to the grocery store today, and like every 5 steps, I had a vasectomy. If you listen to
Every
the
5
last episode-
steps, you got a vasectomy.
every 5 steps, snip, snap, snip, snap, snip, snap.
I need to avoid that grocery store.
Don't. Oh God. Okay.
All right, so
It doesn't matter what I was gonna say. Honestly, that was too good.
Koby and Helmeppo, they're going to achieve their goals together, and Helmeppo punches Koby out, and then they fight and fall off a roof and set off a cannon and destroy a building, but they're not kicked out of the Marines. They're fine.
We're still in the first episode.
We're like 2 minutes into the first episode.
Do you want me to just speak?
That's the whole 2 episodes.
No. Then
end
they
up
go
on a
and
ship.
they're eating rice balls with girl and mom. we what?
So this is a good moment to mention that every Marine in this episode is just like a stock figure from those G.I. Joe PSAs. They have no character. They're just stock people.
That was the worst time to take a sip. Yeah, the Marines are great. They get fucked up all the time.
They're just like generic bodies of meat.
So anyway, go on about girl and mom.
Girl and mom. They're eating rice balls. We learned the girl's name is Riva in the second episode. I don't think they ever mentioned her name from like
If you didn't just say that,
60
I wouldn't have
episodes ago.
known. I didn't catch that at all.
Riva and mom.
Reva McIntyre.
We find out that Helmeppo and Koby have to work 50 years for free. Axe Hand Captain Morgan is being sent to Marine headquarters to be with Vice Admiral Garp. Garp alert!
Garp alert.
Can I interest you guys in a confusing Google?
Yeah.
So the voice actor for Garp is named Brian Mathis.
Okay.
Just look that up on your phone real quick. or on your computer, your device.
You shouldn't, because you're gonna fuck up the recording again.
Brian.
Oh my
There's
God, I
three.
still-
The first three pictures are very confusing.
Those are three different people.
I'm guessing it's the third guy.
Yeah,
he
I
was-
looked it
he
up
was
and I
in-
was like, oh, this. I don't know who this. I don't know which one is which.
No, it's definitely the goatee gentleman.
He was in Land of the Lustrous. Did you know
Well,
that?
he should approach Google and say that there's other people.
Voicing Monkey D. Garp.
What?
You need to stop fucking Googling things.
What? Matt, what did you do?
I don't know.
Wait, but that's his first name?
That's his first name, though.
It doesn't work like that. in
Oh, it's
Japan, guys.
Yeah, the first name is the last name in Japan.
No.
Oh no! What I'm so
Hey, guys.
sorry.
Oh, no.
Like I blame Google.
We
They-
just-
Oh, no.
Hey, guys.
I don't blame
was
you
gonna
because
happen.
you said just look at the first photo. The issue is, what did Matt Google earlier? One Piece emails, and I immediately from across the room saw like spoiler 600 episodes
I
deep.
saw a
I
picture.
didn't see anything.
I saw a picture of Luffy wearing a. I've seen pictures of future One Piece episodes, and I can't fucking fathom what's happening.
I literally like tunnel visioned looking for email photos
Wait.
of emails. I didn't even see any
Luffy's dad is a dog.
Wait.
What?
We don't know that
Monkey?
that's his dad.
We don't know that's his dad.
Maybe it's his brother or his son.
He is old.
Luffy's his
He could
own
be his mom.
grandfather. Anyway,
Oh my god, what if it's Luffy from the future?
so Garp the Fist, he wears a dog head.
He does like.
He was trying to eat the most donuts in a single sitting.
That does sound like.
Oh my god.
He also has a guy who follows him around that
No,
looks
this is
like
fine.
he's like a swordsman, but he looks like Inspector Gadget.
This has just raised more questions than answers.
Also,
I'm just kind of like brushing past it.
You can't brush past it. We know now.
everyone in this universe does not know how to wear a jacket. Once they achieve a certain rank,
Yeah.
they no longer put their arms in the sleeves.
Everybody wears capes.
Yeah, I think I said in a past episode, like they're all like high-ranking Marine officials are like painted as Yakuza. And I only know that based on my knowledge of the Yakuza game franchise. But I'm guessing it's the same kind of like media language. It's all big men wearing coats over their shoulders. So many big men.
Why do they
Have you guys played Yakuza?
No, why do they have sleeves though? Why don't they just have like a boxy cloak?
Because how are you going to look badass and casual if you're wearing a full cloak instead of just like I can't be bothered to properly wear this jacket? It's like that guy's so cool. He can't be bothered to wear his clothes the way it was intended. It's like wearing a backwards baseball cap. Turn your cap around.
And squinting into the sun.
Yeah, turn your baseball cap around.
How did I do?
Badass.
Wow. It's really uncomfortable against the couch.
Garp smashes a cannon. That happens.
Yeah, I'm listening.
Helmeppo stands up to his dad and beats the crap out of him as Axe Hand Morgan.
Helmeppo beats the crap out of his dad?
Well, no. Okay, so Helmeppo gets taken hostage by
Who is
Axe Hand
Helmeppo?
Morgan. Shut up. He gets taken hostage by Axe Hand Morgan in a boat, and he's like, "I'm gonna kill this guy. I don't care. He's my son. I'm gonna kill him." And he gets in a boat, and then they're gonna shoot a cannon off at Helmeppo and Morgan, but Koby stands in the way, and Koby's like, nah, he's my friend. You don't do that. He's my friend. And then he jumps in the water, and then they go to shoot the cannon, but then Garp smashes the cannon.
Kobe's a good swimmer.
Yes, he is. Helmeppo stands up to his dad, and he's like, I'm not going to fucking let you go to BS. I'm going to take you into custody. And his dad's like, shut
My
the fuck up,
lover,
and
Koby.
beats the shit out of him. And then Koby appears in the boat, and they both stand up to Morgan and vow to take care of him. But then Axe Hand Morgan just tosses him in the water.
They vow to
and he's
what?
like, see ya, losers. What?
Take care of him?
Bring him to
Oh,
justice.
yeah, okay. I got you. All right.
Take care.
Give him some soup when he's sick. So that scene, Koby swims to Axan Morgan's boat.
Yeah.
Who was sailing away.
Yes.
And then they get thrown off the boat and
Yeah.
they go back to Navy boat.
Yep.
But Navy boat doesn't catch up to Axan Morgan after that, right?
No,
They don't
they're
bother,
just like,
even
whatever,
though they
we're
had a
gonna let
clean
them.
shot.
They're like, whatever, we're going back to. They're like, we don't care about Axan Morgan. These two fucking idiots didn't follow the rules, so they're going to.
Isn't that other guy like a murderer?
Yeah. He's also a former officer in the Marines.
I've gathered
With a weak chin
Yep.
that he used a piece of steel to.
he's like I wonder if he's like.
Enhance.
Have you seen Venture Brothers?
No.
Oh,
I really like. I like this part of the podcast.
We're going on a tangent.
Have
about
you
a
seen
completely
this?
Different.
No. All right. Well, let me tell you about it. Tell me more about Baki.
You want me to tell you about Baki?
Is it related to Venture Brothers?
No. There's a character named Baron von Underbite in Venture Brothers, which is a funny show trying to be funny, and he uses his jaw. It is basically the same thing as this dude has, and he takes it off and uses it like a boomerang. It's
Hell
hilarious.
Oh, what's underneath it?
It's just his tongue flops out, and he's because he takes his jaw off. It's horrifying.
Hey, historian. Does Axan Morgan ever take his jaw off and use it as a weapon and show just his tongue flopping out?
Or do they forget Axan Morgan exists?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's fine.
Wildly relevant.
Anyway, so the Marine headquarters is in the Grand Line.
Grand Line.
And Garp is going to take Koby and Helmeppo there.
How are those Marines going to get past Laboon?
They don't actually talk about it. They never
So far,
actually like.
As far as I know, everything in the universe is on the Grand Line.
I think that's
'Cause
all
if-
that matters.
I've only watched those 6 episodes, the last 6, and
They talk about the Grand Line a lot, and I thought it was going to take a lot longer to get to the Grand Line than
Yeah.
like 60 episodes.
I'm not convinced they're there. I
don't
mean, I
think
know
they're
they
on
are
the-
there, but I'm not convinced they're
do you
there.
think there's a grander line?
I think they're in like the West Blue, but they're not.
I mean, I think they're on the
definitely-
Grand Line, and they're like, we have to get to this island. It's the important island. And they're going to get to that island, and they're going to be like, no, it's actually that one over there. And they're going to keep going. And then they're going to be like, we have 12 more movies to do before we can get to the end.
movies.
What? Yeah.
I don't know anything about One Piece Film Red, but I know that TikTok likes to show me songs from it sometimes. And all I know is there's a J-pop lady who scream sings.
The historian played like the whole soundtrack when we were on a road trip the other day.
To be fair,
Spoilers.
we had 20 hours in the car together over the span of like 3 days.
We did.
So there's a lot of air to fill.
There was. I was grooving to it. It was some good stuff.
Cool. Does Luffy sing?
I have no idea. Maybe, but also like I'm not gonna know any context for probably 8 years.
Luffy does.
No, we did the math. You can catch up in 5 years.
All right, so 5 years from now, I'll finally watch the movie.
I
Yeah.
can't believe that we've agreed to this thing where I've entered into a more committed relationship with you than I did my wife.
Hey, sorry.
Did you have
I signed a document.
did you have a less than 5-year agreement with your wife?
Yeah. Did you not?
After 2 years, we'll see if this is working out. We'll re-up.
Actually, hold on. The context is important. When I was
Like a
Younger.
car registration.
when I was younger, I told some of my friends that we all made an agreement that if we ever just wanted to die, we'd try to watch all of One Piece. And this is when it was like, I don't know, 500 episodes.
Yeah.
So I've entered into the final stage of my life by starting this podcast and starting to watch One Piece.
Oh.
When I finish this, as long as One Piece is going, I'm alive.
That's
when
it.
One Piece ends, done. I don't know what's going to happen
Wait, when One Piece ends or when you get to the end
when
of
One Piece ends.
Yeah.
I have to watch
So,
all
like,
of One
even if you
Piece.
catch up in 5 years, it's still gonna be going.
I fucking hope so. Or maybe you don't. I don't know. 5 years.
Episode 69.
Nice.
Yeah.
I gotta figure out what I called this one.
I can't believe these were 2 different episodes.
Yeah, right.
Right?
They could have been one.
I,
It could have been one episode.
I'm
The
gonna,
second episode, most of the dialogue was the exact same dialogue as the first episode.
I promise we'll eat guys have a lot of like actual content.
Hey,
It doesn't.
Yep. The next 43 straight episodes are legitimate content.
I mean that's fine. I like this episode.
Are we gonna
so
watch
it's
43 episodes in the next week?
fine. No, please no.
We do
tuned
have
for
to
the next
discuss what your next
26-hour
episodes
podcast.
are going to be, though.
We do.
I didn't have a title for episode 69, so I'm gonna call it episode 69. I can't believe these were 2 different episodes. Background MVP is the grocery list that had 1 ton of rye listed on it.
I would like to call this episode 69, episode 68 too.
Nice. I'm gonna call it episode 69. Helmeppo and Koby get jacked.
That does happen.
It starts off with the Straw Hats. Usopp is daydreaming. Zoro calls him delusional. Nami and Vivi looking at charts. Sanji's cooking. Luffy breaks the water drawing machine. It's broken, but apparently there's another water drawing machine, so it's not that big a deal. What are Helmeppo and Koby doing?
What are they doing, Matt?
Helmeppo
are they doing,
and Koby are on the front of a newspaper from the newspaper bird.
Who's taking those pictures? Is it the camera bird?
The Marines, we've established while we're there that the Marines train like One Punch Man.
They do actually have like the very similar training to One Punch Man. Also, the newspaper bird clued me into. I asked you guys about it, like the shouting snails.
Snaily Talkies.
Oh yeah, snail
Oh my god!
No,
They're
that's not.
Are they
called-
called snaily talkies?
They're called transponder snails. Put some fucking respect on their name.
Their names are Transponder Snaily Talkies.
Nokia snail phones.
Well, okay, yeah. I mean, the whole thing. So then there was that, but then there's also picture snails.
Yeah, no. So when the snails they look at something, they shit out a picture of it.
Do they call it snail mail?
I think they call it feces.
I think it's a fax. It's definitely a fax.
Yeah.
Well, they just show the snail a picture, and then the other snail's like, oh, and then they have a picture.
If we had
Right.
magic snails that
I
did
can't believe
this,
this is a part of the show and not something you're
And
just fucking making up.
I swear to God,
it's come up once. It's only come up once.
I don't. This is not like important spoilers because I need to explain this while you're also here. So in the One Piece universe, transponder snails are domesticated. In the wilds, they are called dendenmushi. And then you have to have someone smart enough to train them and make them domesticated, and that's how you get different kinds of transponder snails.
How the fuck do they even know which snail it's going to?
They invented hospital equipment
they
to
make
keep
them-
somebody
they make
alive, and
you-
they couldn't invent a fucking phone.
You make them like you get them set up for yourself. So like you can have a transponder snail. Like I would have an individual transponder snail that would go to you, and the snail would kind of look like you. Like it would have you accessories. It would have your Kobe glasses and your hat.
Would it change every time he changes clothes?
I don't know about that,
Would it
but like you'll see.
backwards hat if it
So,
wanted to look cool.
so does someone have like a bunch of different transponder snails? Like they have a room of transponder snails all wearing costumes?
You're gonna see some wild shit with transponder snails.
Oh my god! Can you imagine getting like a chain email or something where just all your snails start just shitting at once?
I just saw a picture of Luffy on oxygen. Like he's being pumped oxygen through a machine.
Do you think
Look,
there's
the
a transponder
technology in
snail?
this world is very confusing.
They didn't invent phone. I guess if we had psychic snails that could just communicate.
Do they just like put the two snails next to each other and you're like kiss, and then that like links them, and then now
I don't know if that's fully been explained. I can do a deep dive into the biology of the transponder snail.
hell yeah,
It's probably like a fucked up human centipede situation.
Is there snail talk
snail talk.
or snail chat where every time you send a message to the snail has to kill itself so nobody can see the message?
Okay. Anyway,
Telepathic.
just like a TikTok snail where somehow you just like it will start giving you a message, and then when you get bored you can just scroll past it and
They're
like
telepathic.
They're telepath. All right. Anyway, you know what's not confusing?
Snailogram.
Koby's
Snailbook.
inspiration from Luffy that he's got to fight for his dreams or die trying.
He says that a lot.
Yep. And then we flash over and we see the little girl with her mom, and the little girl's mad. Riva, she's mad. She didn't get to say goodbye
Reva
to
McIntyre.
Koby or Helmeppo, so she's beating the fuck out of a Marine, saying stupid, 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 stupid.
And then she stops hitting him for a little bit and talks about how she's going to learn how to cook because she wanted to make them a tasty lunch. And then what does she say after that?
Then she says, "Stupid, stupid, stupid, stupid." A bunch, and then
I have a note. I have a note for this. Actually, I didn't take notes for this.
nice. Helmeppo's with Koby, and they both got beat up. And he says, "Garp's punch is heavier." Koby says, "Garp's punch is heavier than Alvida's."
Monkey D. Garp.
No, stop bringing it up. We don't know for sure. We don't know the relation.
You know, as
Okay.
adults, do you ever have that fear where you're like talking to a child and you might say something, like you're just worried that you might say something that'll stick with them forever?
Yeah, like the Tooth Fairy's kissing the Easter Bunny.
What?
Well,
In
that's
the off
an
season. They're
example.
kissing.
I mean, that is
Do
certainly.
you say that like offhanded to children?
Maybe.
No, this is a legit. You're out of all of us. You're the one who works with children most.
Yeah, I used to
Yeah, I
work
know.
with more children
I
than you,
do.
but
But
work
I
with
feel
kids
like
all the
that.
time.
I feel like that actually happened with Luffy, where he said one thing about how he was going to be a pirate and he was willing to die to do it, and he said it to a child,
And Kobe's just
And
like,
then-
that
This
kid's ready to die.
and then he just like took that on as his mantra because some person said it to him once.
Yeah.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair.
I wonder if anything I've ever said to children. I used to work with at-risk youth,
Yeah.
and I bet none of them listened to a word I said.
I'm willing to bet that at some point someone told Matt that the Tooth Fairy
Fuck.
kisses the Easter Bunny.
Kisses the Easter
I had
It stuck with it.
He won't stop talking about it.
I probably have a couple of stories where I'm like, this is definitely creating a very like visceral memory for a child.
Mm-hmm.
One that's like not bad.
Yeah.
I
All
have
mine are rough.
is I remember I was teaching a class for like a bunch of like tweens, and like there was a disagreement happening between some of them, and I was just like, hey, like that is your opinion and that is your opinion. Neither of your opinions are wrong because they are your opinions,
what were their
and like
opinions?
you can disagree and just respect the fact that you both have differing opinions, and it's okay. And I watched this girl just be like, wow.
I think I accidentally convinced a 7-year-old that he was going to get night vision one day.
Oh man!
Yeah,
I
you
hope
got
there's
too
no
wholesome there, Matt.
Adult.
Sorry, that was really wholesome.
He was like messing around in a dark storage room of breakable objects. So I told him to stop. He's like, I can see in the dark. And I was like, bullshit, man. You don't get the ability to see in the dark until you're 13. And he legitimately was like, you know what? You're right. It's not part of me yet. And I was like, okay, good.
Matt taught teens how to respect each other's opinions. The
I-
historian broke a
Ass with a
child.
child into thinking he was going to get superpowers.
That was pretty good. That is pretty good. I do remember also interrupting some kids who were trying to be like, I'm super tough. And I have 2 quotes from these children. One of them said, I'd do anything for candy. I'd kill a bear. And then
Are you reading that off of your phone?
yeah, I wrote this quote down because it was the best. And then the other one said, "Oh yeah, I'd fight an alligator and push his mouth inside out. I'd do anything for candy."
Oh my god!
I bet they would too.
And I was like, "Well, good thing I'm never gonna bring candy to work."
Or alligators.
Or bears.
How do you push a mouth inside out?
I don't know. Their kids are scary.
One time I was teaching a kid about how to deal with like other kids antagonizing him and bullying him. So I just gave him free reign for 2 hours while we were meeting to try to upset me with his words. And he started pretty soft with like what he was saying, and then he started saying like borderline slurs.
Oh no.
And got so angry that I was just laughing the whole time. And I was like, now you see how it works.
Hey everybody.
But you will get punched if you do this.
Hey everybody, this is the filler episode, 2 episodes where we talk about
gaslight your kids.
No.
Gaslight
There's a
your
small
kids.
chance they'll get night vision.
No.
If you tell your children that Santa's real, you are gaslighting them.
Hey.
And if you are out there and you don't have night vision right now, you didn't try hard enough.
You weren't doing a good job. I can see in the dark.
Haven't fully hit puberty if you don't have night vision yet.
Hey.
Wait till puberty too.
Koby's reading
Love that Biscuit out.
Koby's reading a book that has a teddy bear in it. Helmeppo's like, we gotta get jacked.
Wait, was that the training manual?
Yep.
Had a teddy bear in it?
Yep. Koby's looking back at it, and then Helmeppo's like, we gotta get jacked so that we can get better at everything.
Beat his dad?
So to beat his dad, to become officers of the Marines, we gotta get jacked the fuck up. And so Helmeppo then uses Koby's words on him to convince him that getting jacked is a good thing. So then they start getting jacked. Garp finds out that Luffy's friends with Koby. He says, you want to be Marines? Fight me. Garp fucks up Koby and Helmeppo, but they're like, we're not done yet. So then they try to fight him some more, and then later, flash forward, Garp's like, I was testing you the whole time. You still suck at fighting. So
It'd be weird if there was some reason Garp was looking out for friends of Luffy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't imagine why someone named Garp and just Garp would do that.
Yeah, that's interesting. Then there's a montage. There's a montage of training. And
It's fine. You didn't look up the website that revealed the guy's full name.
It wasn't the website. It was literally Google.
It is literally
It was
Google.
just Google.
I looked at I Googled the name and then saw the 3 pictures, and then under that was the sentence that Matt read.
So I did not like deep dive. It was literally just like,
It was the shallowest dive.
yeah.
Hey, if you're...
Hey, everybody.
Hey, everybody. Don't start One Piece late like we did.
Yeah.
Go back in time and start it early on
Yeah.
so you don't get spoiled later.
You know what you should do right now, though? You should all watch Lost, because it's the best show.
So his name in Japanese is Luffy Monkey D.
I don't...
Wait,
let's
is it
not...
D Monkey?
I don't...
Anyway, Nami wakes up, and she's looking at Princess Vivi
What's the D
weirdly.
stand for?
She's just kind of standing there and looking and being like...
Yeah, the news. Like we feel like we're gonna get a reveal with the newspaper, and we get nothing.
And then Luffy and the rest of the gang are sleeping in their hammocks, and Luffy sleep talks, being like, on to Little Garden. And that's the end of the episode.
In the post credits,
69.
Tony Stark shows up.
Tony Stark shows up
He
and says,
"Luffy, we gotta
hey,
kill Captain America."
oh, it's me, Iron Man. I want a cheeseburger. Love you 3000. Jarvis.
Is cheeseburger?
Black Adam lost to One Piece Film Red. I'm sorry, I feel bad that this might be an episode.
I don't know. We're at 38 minutes. Can we drag this out another 20?
I mean, probably. I feel
Some
bad
people
about
have
releasing this as a full episode.
some people have a commute.
So, like, really, so these
what are
2
your-
episodes are, you should, like, try hard and follow your dreams.
Yeah.
And then it's just that sentence for, like, 40 minutes.
Yeah.
You should have seen the other filler arc where people just said some words and acted like they meant something. It was like the millennial
Podcast.
yeah. It was basically like listening to this podcast.
I'm okay. How about this? First of all, do we have another image for what's happening
you
on One
already
Piece?
both have the image in your Discords.
Okay.
I picked this one specifically because you guys were talking about other things, and I was like, oh, it's kind of small in the background, but you do get to see it. It is there.
Oh.
Whoa. What the fuck is
We're
that?
distracted by an image. But this is advice for all axe hand
think I have
amputees.
Yeah.
If
fuck
you
is
have an
that?
axe hand and you got it like specially attached,
Yeah.
you should think about some other attachments. I feel like Axe Hand really just dedicated himself to one thing.
He really boxed himself into a
But it
corner.
What
could
was
be
his
like a
name,
club
though?
hand or like a hammer hand
It could have been different kinds of axes.
or wrench hand. It's true.
Is this the guy you like?
Huh?
I think he's a character later on. I remember this
Yeah.
guy from the movie because I've said it before. I got high and I watched One Piece Big World. Was it Big World?
I don't know.
It's
Strong World?
Strong World. Damn it. One Piece Strong World. And I
One Piece
legitimately
Little Big Planet.
I couldn't remember half the characters that are now like already established characters in the show. I remember
Planet Zoo.
I remember one big man with big forearms named Frankie. And 2 times he turns giant crustaceans into motorcycles.
What?
I don't. For some reason, I vividly remember this man doing this twice. And I can't tell you what happens in that movie. I think there's a monkey and a pool.
Hey, everybody.
You shut the fuck up. Is this him shooting a train? Because I think he had blue hair and he wore a Hawaiian shirt. I can't get through your face ID.
No, you can't because you don't have my face.
You guys were just talking about the lack of a steam engine.
Oh,
Combustion engine. So I was like, train.
So what we're looking at for the what's happening on One Piece and what episode of One Piece is this? In the foreground, we have a man. It looks like a man. It might not be a man. We have a person.
Oh, I didn't even understand that was a person.
There's a
I thought I was
person-
looking at a conch shell with a.
There's a person with bluish greenish hair and a headband, and they're holding in their right arm what looks like a giant handheld cannon.
Is that Monkey D. Frankie?
The shirt is also like orange with a bunch of brown squiggles on it, and they're pointing the cannon at what looks like is a steam engine train in the water. But what I find is more interesting, though, is if you look way in the background, up on top of what looks like maybe a floating castle or something like that, is definitely one of those like fucking like octopus fucking squid robot things from The Incredibles. Like it's definitely like one of those round ball things with like tentacle arms that from The Incredibles that is definitely on top of that building. And I really don't care that much about what's happening in the foreground.
care that
All I
there's a
really
train on
care
the
about
water?
is there's an incredible thing.
It does kind of look like the Destructobots from The Incredibles designed to kill the supers.
Yes. So I would say that this makes this episode come out after the Incredibles movie came out. So I would say this is probably episode
what's
400.
Syndrome confirmed for One Piece.
Syndrome confirmed for One Piece. I'm going to say 469.
I'm going to say that this is actually a still from The Incredibles 2.
If I could ever manage to sneak a screenshot in from a different series.
You might be, yeah. Episode 2. You have both micro. What does it sound like?
It's just fine.
Oh, okay. Episode 290.
Fucking
Wait, didn't we just say we had a?
Fuck.
That's
What?
why I went with 2.
All right, yeah. I'll say episode 1.
Well, you're definitely going to lose because I said 2.
He said 2.
Oh, episode 2.5.
I said 469. What's the episode?
Mike has it with 2.5.
Yeah.
Fucking
It's episode 250.
Oh, I was gonna go over with 290 something.
great.
Too bitty.
Hey, everybody. It's me, Matt. I want to ask you all, everybody in the room, and also you all out there, listeners at home, how are you feeling the podcast is going? This is episode 15, and it's gone a little bit off the rails. Are you enjoying it? Do you want more clear, concise recaps, or do you like the banter and the silliness?
Well, okay,
we'll-
I know you're looking to fill space. What we should fill space with is what your like attack plan is for the next kind of little bit going forward. I don't think that's been established, and you're going back into longer arcs.
Okay. You mean like fill space like right now?
Well, like in time in the podcast.
Oh, like we
Well,
should
I mean,
explain
like,
what
no, we're
doing.
like
In my
45
opinion,
minutes right
I'll be
now.
honest with you guys. This is the worst episode of the podcast I've been a part of.
Yeah.
Understandable.
If you
Well,
listen
I
to
don't
the
want you-
last one
I
and
don't-
you were like, I hope this one's better, you're like 40 minutes in.
Yeah.
You know it's not.
Yeah, that's fair.
Well, you know what? I don't want you to come back next week. All right, I don't want you on next week's
Well,
episode.
I mean, I won't be able to, but the fact that you don't want me to, it still hurts.
Yeah, that's true.
well, maybe you shouldn't say such hurtful comments.
So what's the next
You can
arc?
come back in 100 episodes.
Is it the Little Garden arc?
Yes, you are headed
Time to heal.
directly to Little Garden.
Years of One Piece later.
You're headed to Little Garden,
Little
which
Garden.
in total is 8 episodes.
8 episodes for Little Garden.
Dude, I can pound out 8 episodes, no problem.
Yeah.
Do you want to pound out 8 episodes for next
pound
week, or do you want to
out.
break it up into 2 4 episodes?
Well, can I tell you what's coming up immediately after? Because that
Sure.
might dictate the pace.
Okay.
So there's 8 for this one.
Yep.
There's
1,000 more.
14 for the one right after that. And then there's 39.
Okay.
So I suggest doing 8 in one go, 7, 7, and then you can dictate the 39. I might try to rewatch some of those and see what the actual pacing is.
Okay.
Let's do 8 episodes.
All right.
We've done it before.
Just do all of Little Garden.
So next week
Yeah.
we'll do what? Episodes
good?
70 to 77?
You mean 2020 Chopper yet?
Yeah, 70 to 77.
All right. Hey, everybody. You heard it here first. Next week's episode will be One Piece episodes 70 to 77, the Little Garden arc. Wow.
Tony, Chopper.
And then
What does he think
we'll take
he
it from
sounds
there.
like?
Tony Chopper.
He's like, hello, I'm Tony Chopper.
I think he's,
I'm a little reindeer.
well, based on
Love
that.
me.
Why did he just get like
Like
Like a-
fucking Bartok.
he sounded like a really like loving Jewish grandmother. It's like, oh, come here, let me give you a little kiss on your forehead. Oh. I think Tony Chopper is going to sound like a tiny little, just like a tiny little thing. Based on the song
I'm
that
v-
KC had sent along.
I'm
It's gonna
very-
be like, I'm me, I'm
I'm-
Tony Chopper.
You still make him like he's from fucking Brooklyn.
I'm going to be
Oh, you know what he probably sounds like? He's probably like, hey, I'm Tony. I'm Tony Chopper. I like ladies.
Hey, everybody, please send us audio recordings of what you think Tony Chopper sounds like.
And if you know what he sounds like, lie.
I will say I'm very excited. In Little Garden, you have, I think, one of my favorite Zorro moments in the entire series.
Better than him washing plates?
Yes.
Really?
Oh my god.
One of the best Zorro moments in the entire series, and
All downhill from here?
I'm hoping both of you are able to pick it out when it happens.
Is it a fighting thing, or
No.
is it like when he and Sanji were doing the dishes for like 2 seconds?
It's. I can't technically. I don't know if it counts as in or out of combat when it is happening,
All right,
Huh.
can't wait.
but he makes a decision to do something.
I can't wait. It's gonna be so exciting.
Hey, Sebastian?
Sebastian, a couple
Yes.
episodes ago, Sanji and Zoro did the dishes together. It was really wonderful.
I have like 4% understanding of who Sanji is.
That's probably good.
He's
That's
not that-
probably
he's-
good.
He's not that important. Who's your favorite character so far?
Yeah.
Was it Helmeppo?
No.
Is it Koby?
Is it Koby?
Wait, out of this episode?
No,
Out of all,
this one or
all
the-
of One Piece that you've
All
seen.
the 6 episodes of One Piece you've watched.
Is it Buggy the clown?
He has no idea who that is. It's Gaimon.
Is it Prince Boji?
I don't know who any of these people are.
You would really like Gaimon. He's just a man trapped in a treasure chest. He just it lives in it, so he's just little hands and feet and a head popping out the sides.
His feet pop out the bottom of the treasure chest, and he walks around.
Is it
What was the
Yujiro?
duck's name from the last episode?
Karu?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Karu.
Nice.
He had a sippy cup.
Prince Boji is from Ranking of Kings. You should not.
What?
This is not a Ranking of Kings podcast.
Ranking of Kings is so good. It's the show that Game of Thrones wishes it could be.
I got Matt to watch the first 2 episodes.
My character is the guy that you showed me a picture of from the other anime.
Oh, Yujiro Hanma?
Sure.
Baki's dad? I don't know. You should watch Ranking of Kings.
I'm gonna see if we got an
Dark
email.
Souls energy at points.
I saw a giant picture of a demon that was maybe eating people.
I sent that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
that's not even the least. That's the least interesting.
This is audio hell. Hey everyone.
There's a character named King Boss.
Hey everybody. Thank you so much for listening to the podcast. We very much appreciate you listening. We hope that you. We hope you come back next week. Despite this episode. Would you like to say something, historian?
I have a big surprise next week. Tune in. I'm going to be working on it all this week.
Blah, blah, blah.
You forgot the plugs. Matt, you're ending the episode. You forgot the plugs. Send us an email at funpeacepodcast@gmail.com or talk about us at funpeacepodcast on Twitter. Send us email. Buy a copy of our podcast wherever your podcasts are sold.
Write some reviews.
Barnes and Noble, Borders.
We'll be back next
Fun
week.
Piece will return.
Fun Piece will
Bop, bop, bop. Bop, bop, bop.
Like a Backstreet Boys song.
We'll see you next week for Little Garden Art.
Ranking of Kings who looks like Waluigi.
It's the worst episode.